following video is not made for kids. Your discretion is advised. Hello to my subscribers, this is the TFangy coming to you with what will hopefully be a successful review, and tonight we're going to be taking a look at a figure of a Transformers character that, from what I've seen, a lot of Transformers fans either completely like or they completely dislike this Transformers character for various reasons, and there isn't much middle ground, so without further delay, as the title of the video has already revealed, let's take a look at Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class as Robots in Disguise 2015 Universe Strongarm. So Strongarm was one of the main characters from Transformers Robots in Disguise, the 2015 cartoon, and from what I've seen on across the Transformers blogs and the fan-based sites and other reviews I've seen here on YouTube, Strongarm is one of those Transformers characters where basically she's not one that a lot of fans and collectors have lots of excitement for, but compared to her original Transformers Prime RAD 2015 figure, the Legacy Evolution figure is a nice new figure of her to add for anyone's Transformers collection action. But the point I'm trying to make is that, well, let me put it this way. For me personally, what is my opinion on Strongarm, you guys ask? To be honest, she's not really my favorite character from Robots in Disguise 2015, but she's not a Transformers character that I find lousy by any means necessary, so for me personally, I think Strongarm is kind of meh. She's kind of like a mediocre, not the greatest, but not the worst Transformers character. She's literally right down the middle. Because of that, at I can't really explain the reason why, but I think it's because Strongarm was always complaining about how Sideswipe or even Grimlock didn't quite follow the rules, and whenever she would break the rules, she wouldn't call herself out. Now, so she was kind of hypocritical about rule following, but I could be incorrect, so don't quote me on that. But let's take a look at her box. So there she is inside the packaging. There's some artwork of her vehicle mode, and Strongarm's vehicle mode is supposed to be a heavy-duty off-road pickup truck that's been modified into a police truck. But it doesn't have the traditional black and white police deco. It's mostly white with blue stripes, and that was one of the defining features of Strongarm when she appeared in Robots in Disguise. Nice. There's a close-up of her face, Ace in her robot mode. Come around here to the back of the box. She transforms back and forth between robot mode and vehicle mode in 15 steps. I'm not even going to acknowledge the Evo Fusion gimmick, but I do enjoy how her new Legacy Evolution figure, well, technically, I guess it's not new now since she came out a few months ago, but her most recent figure in the Legacy Evolution line, I do think it is an improvement over her original Robots in Disguise 2015 figures that she had. I did not buy and collect any of the Transformers figures from the Robots in Disguise 2015 line. I thought most of the figures in that line, because they were gimmick-based and targeted towards younger Transformers and the collectors, none of them appealed to me, so I missed out on all of them. So this is the first figure of Strongarm that I have in my Transformers collection, and it's currently the only figure of her. So without further delay, let's get her opened up out of her box, and let's take a close look at her in her robot mode. Alright, and here is Strongarm out of her box and transformed into her robot mode. And even though her design isn't entirely accurate to her appearance in the Robots in Disguise 2015 cartoon, I think the figure of her came out looking pretty fantastic. She has a laser gun here. I don't know if that's been used on a previously released Transformers figure. And oddly enough, the light bar siren on the roof of her vehicle mode, it was not packed in the paper wrapper that accessory pieces normally come packed in. It was actually attached to her back already, so that makes me wonder if maybe it originally wasn't meant to be a removable accessory piece, and if it was supposed to originally be permanently attached to the roof of her vehicle mode. But we're looking at robot mode right now, so there's a close-up of her face sculpt. I really like it. It's really accurate to her cartoon appearance. Her overall design, I do have to admit, she is skinnier and more slender looking compared to her appearance in the Robots in Disguise cartoon show, but that's to be expected considering the figure that she's repainted and retooled from. But nevertheless, I do think it's really fantastic looking. She does have fairly decent amount of articulation in her arms, but because of the shoulder sections and her backpack, the arm movement is hindered in a way. Her head's on a ball joint, so it can spin left and right 360 degrees. It can look up and down a bit. She does have a waist swivel, partially due to transformation. Swivel joints in the thighs. Legs can go out that far at the hip, knee bend, and ankle tilt, but it's on a ratchet due to transformation. Swivel joint in the bicep, hinged elbows, and wrist swivels, again due to transformation. So, decent amount of articulation for her. According to the photos on her box and on her instruction sheet, you're supposed to leave the shoulder sections like this with the headlights of her alt mode facing forward. And for and for a special size comparison, here's the figure that she is repainted and retooled from, which is Legacy Evolution Elita-1. And for another size comparison, here is Legacy Evolution Minerva. So here's all three versions of the mold. And even though Strongarm has the most retooled parts out of all three of them, for my personal favorite, it has to be Minerva still. I just enjoy having a figure of her in my collection. Even though I now feel the same way for Strongarm because this is the first and only figure of her. I just enjoy seeing Minerva more, even though I've only seen bits and clips of Transformers Super Guy Master Force, but not wanting to get too off topic. I honestly didn't think that the Legacy Evolution Elita-1 mold would be used to make a new figure of Strongarm, Arm from Robots in Disguise 2015, but yeah, I just, make no mistake, I do enjoy how it came out. The parts on her that are the same as Minerva and Elita-1, she has the same wheels for her vehicle mode. Oh, and I believe she has the exact same parts. Let me just, I'm gonna get a look. Yeah, she has the exact same, pelvis, the same aim, hips and even the same knee joints and even the same feet. I believe she has the same elbow joints, but the lower arms, the upper arms, and then the shins, the lower legs between the knee and the ankle joints. And so those are all newly sculpted parts. Same thing with her torso and her head. Those are new sculpted parts too. But I think no, I was gonna say that the transformation hinge joint was the same, but no, it's not. It's different. So I'd say Strongarm has 50% of her is newly sculpted parts, and the other 50% is taken from Elita-1 and Minerva. But looking at all three of them together, I do enjoy how the same mold was done to make three Transformers characters that do definitely look unique compared to each other. So without further delay, let's get its Strongarm transformed into her alt mode, and we will wrap up the review. Alright, and so here is Strongarm transformed into her alt mode. Again, she's a mostly blue and white police East truck. Here's the laser gun attached to the back of her. Just like Elita-1 and Minerva, the robot mode feet just stick out of the back. And I kind of wish they would have given Strongarm different feet than Elita-1 and Minerva, just to give her more of a distinction from them. She rolls moderately well, but then for me personally, every version of this mold I've seen, the wheels don't really like to roll that well, and unfortunately Strongarm is no exception. Got some nice paint apps on her. Got black on the headlights and the grill, silver outline on the grill. Got the blue stripes on the roof, blue and white stripes on the side, blue on the back. One nice thing that's a rarity on Transformers figures these days is that all the windows on Strongarm have been painted black, so that's a really nice thing to see. And then there's her light bar siren. I don't know if that light bar has been used on a previously released figure. I think it might be new with Strongarm. We'll see if it's used on any future Transformers action figures. But yeah, there is Strongarm in her vehicle mode. And again, for a size comparison, here she is next to her mold mates as I bump my microphone. Here she is next to Elita-1 and Minerva. Again, for me personally, my favorite version of the mold is Minerva, but I do enjoy that each of them looks fairly unique. And of course, Strongarm now has is the version of the mold that's been retooled the most, so she is the most unique out of all three of them. So for the final question, do I recommend getting Transformers Legacy Evolution Robots in Disguise 2015 Universe Autobot Strongarm and adding her to your Transformers collection? Well, I only recommend getting her if you're a fan of Robots in Disguise 2015, if you're a fan of this mold, and if you're a fan of Strongarm. If you aren't really a fan of any one of those three, if you aren't really a fan of all three of those things and only two of them, then for me personally, Strongarm can be an easy pass. As the transformation on this mold, it's not the easiest to accomplish, but again, for me personally, I've never really had much of a strong opinion on Strongarm, so Strongarm, I've always thought she was kind of one of the more mediocre Transformers characters. I just couldn't relate to her and the way she was in Robots in Disguise 2015. But this new Legacy Evolution figure definitely is, in my opinion, an improvement over the original figure that she got in the Robots in Disguise 2015 line. Thank you guys all so much. This has been the TFN Geek, and until next time, you guys stay safe, stay healthy, transform and roll out. Goodbye, everyone.